Hey guys, and welcome! James here, welcoming you to another video. And in today's video I'll be going through my team for Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee. Now I know these games are going to be released in literally just a couple of days after this video is uploaded, but I thought it would be a fun idea just to say to you guys what team I want to use. And when I say what team I'm going to be using, I mean realistically what team I want before the last gym. So that really does rule out any legendaries. Don't need that in me. Rules out any legendary Pokemon really, unless you can get them before the league. Which I haven't played Generation 1 for a while, so I can't remember if there are any. There might be a Moltres or something, depending if they go that route. So without further ado, sit back, relax, and I hope you enjoy. So for my first pick, it will be one of the ones on the box cover, and that's going to be Pikachu. The reason why I chose Let's Go Pikachu over Let's Go Eevee is because I heard something about there not being able to evolve if you have either Pikachu or if you have Eevee. And I like the evolutions. I mean, I like Eevee, but at the same time it's not that good in terms of a competitive, type of situation. I know these games aren't meant to be competitive, considering abilities and items are at the game, but nevertheless, I just find Pikachu will learn better and more variety of moves over the course of its level ups, as opposed to Eevee only learning normal type moves. But if you're an evolution fan, don't worry, because there will be an evolution later on in this video. So yeah, Pikachu is going to be my number one pick. Now, number two technically is another box Pokemon, and that being Mew. Now, I know it's a legendary Pokemon, but I've never used a Mew before. Even when I've randomized a ROM of a Pokemon game, I've never been able to use a Mew. And yes, I know if you buy the Pokeball Plus, you have to pay 40 quid for it, which means you're essentially buying a Pokemon. But you know what? I don't mind. The Pokeball's a nice gimmick, and if it comes with a Mew, I'm going to use it. So that's going to be my second choice. And it's one of the good psychic types. And I don't think Generation 1 has that many. I mean, Alakazam, Mr. Mime, I don't know if you can really call him a good Pokemon, unless you use him competitively with screens. Yeah, I honestly can't think of any more. So with that out of the way, let's move on to the third choice. Now for the next three Pokemon, I'm going to be using the Water, Fire and Grass trio, but they're not going to be starters. Well, one is, the other two aren't. So let's start off with that starter. It's going to be my favourite starter of the Generation 1 group, and that's Bulbasaur. Now, I know grass types generally don't get a lot of love because they're not that good, but I just love Bulbasaur's design, and in the anime when I was growing up as a kid, it was always one of Ash's greatest Pokemon, and it always seemed to get good wins. So, in turn, when I played the games, I just liked it myself. Now, I won't be evolving this Bulbasaur, because, to be perfectly honest, although I like Bulbasaur's design, I don't like Ivysaur or Venusaur's design, and I'm not really going to be using Mega Evolution for the Bulbasaur line, so I don't need it. So I'm going to keep it as a Bulbasaur, and that's going to be my grass Pokemon for my team. That'll then give me water coverage as well as rock and ground type coverage. Or advantage, really. So the next one within the trio will be Kingler. Now, I don't normally see Kingler used in a lot of playthroughs when I've watched them, but I really like Kingler. I might be a little bit biased because I work in the fish industry and I like crab, but I've always liked the design of Kingler and Krabby. It's a very simple design, but it works really well. And its colouring, again, is really nice to look at. It can learn a good variety of water type moves and normal type moves, so that's going to be good. Heck, if I teach it Guillotine, it might help me out in a situation. You never know. Like, Lance's dragon types, just go up to the Kingler using Guillotine. That could work. Or it could horribly backfire. Who knows? But it will also give me good coverage, although I've already said I've got rock coverage and ground coverage with Bulbasaur. Again, it always helps just have that little bit of extra insurance. So Kingler's going to be my water choice. So then we move to the fire within that trio. And when I said there'll be an evolution coming up, this is where it's going to be. My favourite of the 3 evolutions that are in Generation 1 is Flareon. Flareon's a really good looking design Pokemon. It'll be really fluffy, I reckon, to give it a cuddle if it was real. Maybe it'll be in Detective Pikachu when it comes out. In cinemas, obviously. It's got a relatively decent moveset. It can learn a lot of fire type moves, so that's good. It can also, you know, it's not the quickest, but it's a bit more bulky, and hopefully if stats are still a thing, then that would help me out. It'll let me do well in the grass gym. Steel types, if they're bringing steel types in, which I'm pretty sure they are, because Meltang is going to be in the game, from what I know. So, yeah, Flareon is my fire choice. And my number 5th slot. So, number 6. Now this one was a hard one to decide, because I'm not 100% certain whether or not we're having the Poke Ride or an item similar to that in these games. And if we are, then I won't need a flying type. But because I'm going off the assumption that we don't have anything like that, I'm going to put 2 Pokemon in this choice. Now I know that's a bit of a cheat, but I can always switch them out, and you know, it'll work somehow. So if we don't have a Poke Rider to use, then my number 6 choice is going to be Aerodactyl. Aerodactyl is a nice hard-hitting flying type Pokemon with the rock typing as well. It learns a lot of good stab moves and other coverage type moves. Its design, again, is really nice and cool looking. It can Mega Evolve, so if I do end up using Mega Evolution, I've got that choice. As well as the fact is I can fly. And judging by the trailers, you can fly on a Charizard, so you might be able to fly on an Aerodactyl. That should be pretty good and fun. However, if we do have the Poke Ride option, then my 6th choice will be Venomoth. Now, you're probably thinking, Venomoth? It's a weird choice. I know it's nothing to do with the memes. I really did not understand that meme. Let me know what it actually meant down in the comments below, or if it was just some dumb thing that someone thought would be funny. But Venomoth is a Pokemon, again, that I've never used. I've used a Venonat, but never evolved it. And it's a poison type and bug type. Now the bug typing will help me get psychic types, like Alakazam, especially Sabrina's gym, because I guarantee you that'll probably be quite difficult, depending on whether or not the games are difficult overall. and the poison typing will just help out with just whittling my opponents down and dealing with grass types again. So it would be a good Pokemon to use. I know it does become 2 times weak to Psychic because of the poison typing, but that's, you know, nothing to be worried about. Just make sure I outspeed an Alakazam with a Venomoth. Although, I don't know if that's possible. We'll have to see. So, that wraps that up. Those are my 6/7 choices of Pokemon that I want on my team before I go into the final gym on Let's Go Pikachu when the games come out Friday the 16th of November. Now I'm going to be playing through the game and I'll then review it afterwards, hopefully. So within that review I'll let you guys know if my team stayed that way or if I decided to change my mind halfway through. It's always nice to reflect back on something that you've done and see where you made changes to. But the question I've got for you guys down here in the comments section below, what are your teams going to be? And are you excited for Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee? Let me know what they are down below, and if you want to know any information, then ask away. I'll try and respond and answer as many as I can. But without the way, like the video if you like the video, dislike the video if you dislike this video. Subscribe and follow me on social media like Twitter for more content like this, and so you never miss a video from me. But apart from that, I'm James Downton, signing off. Catch you later. Bye.